Hi guys. So, I've done my own mental health videos of things that, have been going on in my life and how I've been, and I wanted to reach out. I wanted to get different stories from different people because mental health is not just one issue. It's not just depression. It's not just anxiety. There's multiple layers of mental issues that can happen to somebody, and I would like to be able to display them in this type of format so other people can understand as well. And the advice that I give within this video, I am not a psychologist. It's just recommendations that I've read online of certain things that have been done, what normally is done. Always make sure to consult with your doctor or physician. And let's go right into the video. Hi guys, so I'm back, and like I said, today's video is going to be about mental health. But today's mental health section, we're going to focus on pyromaniac. Now, many of you know I've talked about my own mental health, and I wanted to do something to where I could tell other people's stories, things that they're going through, and they can remain anonymous if they choose. And then we can learn about this. So it's not something that people read about and think, oh, no one really has this. No one I know is really going through this. Because there's a lot of different mental illnesses that are out there that aren't talked about. It's not only anxiety and depression, even though those are the most common. So today we're going to learn what is the definition of pyromania. All right, let's go ahead and let's go find it out. All right, sorry about the little freezing there for a minute. It's got to reload. Um, this was submitted to me by one of my Reddit followers, and we're just going to go here. Pyromania. Okay. In which individuals repeatedly fail to insist impulses to deliberately set fires. So it basically means that there's this urge to where they have to set a fire, but they really can't control it. Now, with pyromania, there is certain forms of treatment, but I'm going to get into that after I read the statement that was given to me by this young lady. Let's go. No, that's not it. That's the actual definition. And that's the Google search. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so here is our submission that we had got. Pyromania. Yep, I said it finally. I have a hard time with a word, but I want to be straightforward with you. My heart drops into my stomach just from looking at it. I start fires obsessed. Can't control myself sometimes, but I can if I really have to. I don't fit the typical profile. I am a female and 47, married with 5 children, one of whom is grown. My illness was triggered by an event, and I'm sure it has just been buried in me for this long. I had every other problem as a teen, so I never got around to letting this one out. I love fire. I dream about it. I light paper on fire, safely in a burn box, which is metal, tin that I have, and I keep the fire small so not to put myself in danger. It satisfies me for a while, but the urge comes back fast and hard, and I end up going back and lighting more stuff on fire. Soon after the last one, my family does not know, and I am not telling them. I see my psych soon, and I don't want to tell her either. I don't want to stop. I can't stop, and I don't particularly know what to do. Guys, when it comes to things like this, don't ever judge somebody because you don't know what they're going through. As you can tell, that this lady had submitted, she's older, she knows better, she knows that, it's dangerous to play around. She has children, so, but this is the part of section, like, what can you do if you have this? Normally, it's discovered when it's more into children and teens, and there's different behavior therapy that they can go through, and different ways to treat it to rewire your brain, because it's not like you have that, but it's easier to rewire instead of when you're older. Now, when you're older, it's a lot harder because, as the saying goes, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. But it's not impossible. It just takes a longer time for them to come into where it will actually work. Um, One of the techniques that they use is, like I said before, behavior therapy. That more works more better in younger children than it does in adults, but it is still a way to do it. Another thing is, as she mentioned, she goes to a psychologist. And I'm reaching out to you and I'm saying, please tell your psychologist. They will help you. This is something that you shouldn't be afraid to tell anybody. And I understand it's one of those things where you're like, I don't want people to see me any different. But when it comes to your psychologist, it's between you and them. As long as they think that you're not harming yourself or harming others, then there would be no basis to put you in like some kind of treatment to where you're in solitude by yourself. Your mental illness doesn't work that way. I mean, it could go that way, but at this point, you know how to control it. But I would go ahead and tell your psychologist because they can work out different methods with you, different ways of relieving stress because stress builds up and then that's when you want to set stuff on fire. So please, at least tell your psychologist. I know it's scary and you might be frightened, but please don't be frightened. And anybody that's out there watching, no matter if you're young, you're older, talk to somebody. Let it be known. There's different things that you can do. You can learn how to handle stress differently. You can learn how to take that trigger, put it into something else that may not be as harmful for you or for those around you. You can also go online and look up all different other treatments, but I would suggest talking to a psychologist first. Talk to your doctor. Get on that avenue to where this is their job. This is what they do. They help you they study the brain. They study the emotions. They study all these different experiments that have went on. It's not something new. So there is help out there. So don't limit yourself because of your fears. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to make it as best as I could. And remember, mental health isn't just one issue. There's multiple issues. And we plan to uncover them all.